We'll have to integrate new ideas and new technologies into our lives if we're going to make significant cuts in greenhouse gas emissions. And doing that means innovating. This month, commentvisions.com is filled with ideas on how to move quickly to a low-carbon future. And we're in Switzerland to meet some high-profile speakers, among them Urs Hölzler, a leading figure at Google. Deep inside the firm's Zurich office, we talked energy, efficiency and innovation. Google claims to be carbon neutral. How did you reach that goal, and where are you going now?
We're doing three things. First is to reduce our energy usage by being very efficient in our data centers and through our buildings. Second one is to buy renewable energy. So we buy a lot of wind energy, for example. And then as a third part, we buy offsets in order to get to zero. And so we invest a lot of money actually in renewable energy projects in order to bring the industry along and finance the development of new energy sources.
That feeds into the commentvisions.com website question, which is all about how we can accelerate the process of moving towards clean energy technology. What do you think we can do with what we've got now?
A lot, I think. So, for example, we recently did a retrofit of an existing data center that we inherited, and we brought down the overhead in that data center from 140% to about 50%. And we spent $25,000 to do that, but the savings per year in energy is $65,000, right? So you don't need a justification to do that. It's really a no-brainer, and most people don't realize that these opportunities are out there. No, certainly not.
New ideas in clean energy can come from almost anywhere, but they do need a framework to develop and grow. This month, our poll asks about the role of governments in innovation, and we put that question to one of the world's most famous entrepreneurs, Sir Richard Branson. He joined us via the web from his home in the Caribbean. So, Richard, the non-profit organisation, the Carbon War Room that you set up, puts business and entrepreneurship at the heart of the drive to cut carbon emissions. But what about the role of governments?
Governments certainly do have a very important role, and I think industry wants them to get off their butt and come to an agreement so that there can be a global decision made. And I think all of us would like to see, or a lot of us would like to see, a carbon tax which is fair and equal across the globe for all industries.
Do you think it's best to have carrots or sticks when you're trying to encourage businesses to invest in clean energy technology?
Well, I think it's far better in life to use carrots than sticks. And the Carbon War Room was set up to work with the 25 principal industries that pollute the globe and to try to help them get a gigaton of carbon out of their particular sectors, hopefully saving them money rather than costing them money.
What are the game-changing clean energy technologies around at the moment? Has anything particularly caught your eye?
First of all, there's just energy efficiency, which saves companies money, and I think companies are getting much better at that. In the airline industry, I mean, there's a couple of forms of clean energy that we're excited about. One is isobutanol, which is a fuel that is a derivative of sugar that can work for airlines that doesn't freeze at 40,000 feet, and a fuel that the Air Force in America are already beginning to use. So that has a lot of hope, I think.
Okay, thank you. To dig deeper into the question of how new energy technologies are developing, we headed to the World Economic Forum in Geneva to meet analyst Roberto Bocca. You recently wrote a report on the rollout of renewables, and you said that there was a need for more long-term planning and better dialogue with governments and regulators. Why is that?
Well, long-term planning is enabling long-term investment perspective. We have seen, for example, when we talk about changing in the feed-in tariffs, the investor again would have to have clarity on what kind of return can get on his investment. If the rule change during the game, it's very difficult for the players to adapt. So the good news is that there is enough experience now, or there is a lot of experience, if you like, on the ground to enable the deployment at faster pace. Now, less mistakes should be made, both by government and business, to make this evolution to a cleaner economy more effective.
Do you think that reaching our goals in terms of cutting the emission of greenhouse gases is more about innovative thinking or innovative technology?
It's probably a mix. The answer is probably a mix. We need to, of course, keep innovating in terms of technology. We have to learn more of what is already available. But of course, we can also innovate just in the way we do business, in the business model. As we know, the system of energy is changing, and so the way we look at innovation should be changing as well.
You can join the debate and hear more expert views on clean energy innovation at commentvisions.com.